used to hold me like I was home. Now your arms feel like I'm alone. Same old words, but they don't land like they used to back then. So I pour that whiskey, watch it fade, like your love did, day by day. I kept trying, you slipped away. You love me less every day. Your eyes stopped looking into mine, started drifting somewhere I can't find. You'd say I'm here, but I could tell your heart was somewhere else as well. So I poured that whiskey, let it burn slow to a truth I didn't wanna know. All them nights I begged you to stay. You love me less every day. No big fight, no final scene, just a slow change in between. From I need you to I'm okay. That's how love just slips away. Now I replay the way you changed, trying to find where we rearranged. Was it me or just time itself, or love turning into something else? You love me less every day. Yeah, you love me less every day. You packed your things in a quiet room, both slammed doors, no perfume, just the sound of nothing left, like love walked out and took its breath. So I pour that whiskey, settled on, in a house that don't feel like home. No fight to fix, no second choice. You left me without raising your voice. You said take care like it was small, like we weren't breaking at all. No tears fell, no anger showed, just a silence heavy as stone. So I pour that whiskey, let it burn slow, trying to feel what you didn't show. All them words we couldn't voice, you left me without raising your voice. No blame to hold, no truth to fight, just a love that lost its life. No last kiss, no reason why, just a quiet kind of goodbye. Now your echoes in these walls, and every step down empty halls. I keep listening for something more, but silence answers like before. So I pour that whiskey one last round, to a love that didn't make a sound. All that pain I can't avoid, you left me without raising your voice. Yeah, you left me without raising your voice. I gave you more than you could take, every piece, every mistake. You held my heart with careful hands, but love like mine don't fit in plans. So I pour control. I loved you more than you could hold. You tried your best, I know you did, but I was more than you could give. I needed depth, you needed space. We were never the same pace. So I pour that whiskey, let it burn slow, to a truth we both should know. All them nights that took their toll, I loved you more than you could hold. No blame to throw, no lines to cross, just different ways, so what we lost. No wrong or right, no heart to scold, just too much love and hands too small. Now I see it clear and cold. Some hearts break from giving too bold. I don't regret the love I gave, but it buried me in its own wave. So I pour that whiskey one last time to a love that crossed the line. All that truth we never told, I loved you more than you could hold. Yeah, I loved you more than you could hold. I've been running on fumes, on bad nights and cheap smoke. Lost count of the things that my heart never spoke. And the mirror don't lie, it shows every bruise I've become. Yeah, I've been fighting myself, but most days myself wins the war. If you're looking for a whole man, baby, I ain't your touch. 'Cause what's still standing here ain't really standing much. What's left of me ain't much, just a heartbeat and a crush, a tired but it's all that survived the cuts. Yeah, what's left of me, what's left of me ain't much. I spilled more whiskey than the tears I should have shown. Talk big about healing, but I break best when I'm alone. And these scars on my hands tell stories my voice never did. If loving me was a burden, girl, it's a weight you couldn't bear. If you're searching for redemption, I don't have that kind of luck. All I've got is the truth, and it's rough, and it's rust. What's left of me ain't much, just a heartbeat and a crush. The tired soul dragging through the ruin of what I once was. I ain't proud of this dust, but it's all that survived the cuts. Yeah, what's left of me, what's left of me ain't much. There was a time I had fire in my name, but time cooled the embers and sorrow stoked the flame. Now I'm just a man trying to outrun his shame, but it follows like a shadow in every step I take. What's left of me ain't much, just a heartbeat and a crutch. If I ever find peace again, it'll be gentle, it'll be tough, but until that day comes, I'll bleed slow from every touch. Yeah, what's left of me, ooh, what's left of me ain't much. No, what's left of me ain't much at all. We didn't scream, we didn't fight, just let it die in the dead of night. Your eyes went cold, mine looked away. We felt it ending, but let it stay. I pour that whiskey, watch it pass. We broke quietly like midnight glass. No sound, no warning, no looking back, just two hearts cracking in the black. We still shared a bed, still said goodnight, but something faded behind those eyes. Your touch was there, but it felt so thin, holding on to something already gone within. So I pour that whiskey, let it burn slow, to a love that left but never showed. All the moments we couldn't grasp, we broke quietly like midnight glass. No slam doors, no tears to cry, just empty space where love would lie. No last words, no grand goodbye, just silence louder than a lie. Now your ghost sits in this room, in every shadow, every tune. I hear your name in the things we knew, but it don't echo like it used to. So I pour that whiskey, one last glass, to a love that couldn't last. All them dreams we let collapse, we broke quietly. Like midnight glass. Yeah, we broke quietly. Like midnight glass. We never had a name. late night calls and words that blurred. You'd say maybe I'd hear someday. We danced around it, but never stayed. So I poured that whiskey, let it burn, for a love that had no turn. We got close, but never together. We were almost something that hurt forever. You held my hand like it meant enough, but pulled away when it got too tough. I gave you pieces I couldn't spare, while you just needed someone there. So I poured that whiskey, let it fall, to a love that had no walls. We had fire, but lost the weather. We were almost something that hurt forever. No promises, no broken vows, just empty space between the how. No right, no wrong, no one to blame, just a love that never came. Now I see you in someone else's light, smiling like you finally got it right. And I'm still stuck in a half-written song where we both knew we didn't belong. So I poured that whiskey one last time, to a love that crossed the line. We touched close, but not forever. We were almost something that hurt forever. Yeah, we were almost something that hurt forever. Every touch felt like it couldn't break. You looked at me felt right, but something was wrong. So I poured that whiskey, let it fall, for a love that felt like it had it all. We held on tight, we stayed too long. It felt right, but we were wrong. Said forever like we knew, like time would bend to me and you. But love don't last just 'cause it's strong. Sometimes it breaks where it feels most strong. To a truth we didn't want to know. All them nights we tried to belong, we felt right, but we were just two lost souls meeting there. No villain here, no one to blame. Just the wrong fire with the right flame. Now I see it clearer than before. What we were never made for. We gave it all, we sang the song, I gave you love the best I knew. Every piece I had was true. But every time I looked in your eyes, I saw someone you were still trying to find. So I pour that whiskey, let it bleed through the truth I couldn't see. All that love I kept believing, I was never what you needed. You held my hand, but not too tight, like you were ready to let go anytime. I stayed around, I played it strong, but deep down knew I didn't belong. So I poured that whiskey, let it burn slow, to a truth I didn't want to know. All them nights I kept on breathing, I was never what you needed. No fault to blame, no lines to draw, just a quiet truth without a cause. No right, no wrong, just incomplete. Two hearts that never really meet. You were already drifting away. I was just a place to rest, not the one you love the best. Kept repeating, I was never what you needed. Yeah, I was never what you needed. Turn the page, I held the line, still reading words that weren't even mine. So I pour that whiskey, let it drown all the things I should have put down. You moved on like it was nothing wrong. Your love faded, mine stayed too long. You stopped calling, said you needed space, but I still saw you in every place. I kept believing in what we were, while you were already something else for sure. So I pour that whiskey, let it burn slow, trying to forget what I still know. All them nights I kept holding on. Your love faded, mine stayed too long. No big goodbye, no tears to cry, just a quiet truth we let pass by. You let go without a sound, I kept standing on broken ground. Now the silence cuts deeper than words, and every memory still kinda hurts. I should've left when you let me go, but I stayed behind, didn't wanna know. So I pour that whiskey one last time to a love I couldn't leave behind. All that pain I kept leaning on. Your love faded, mine stayed too long. Yeah, your love faded, mine stayed too long. I saw the cracks before they showed, felt the distance in the way you'd hold. You said we're fine, but it felt half true. I was already losing you. I pour that whiskey, let it sit, stopped trying, I tried for two. Kept building dreams you never knew. I told myself it just needed time, but deep down I knew it wasn't right. So I poured that whiskey, let it burn slow, to a truth I didn't want to know. All them nights I kept hanging on, I stayed longer when you were gone. Just a slow goodbye, like watching love fade right before your eyes. No fight left, no tears to save, just a man too scared to walk away. Now your memory lingers here, in empty rooms and half-filled beers. I talk to ghosts I used to love, but silence answers, that's enough. So I poured that whiskey one last round, let the truth finally hit the ground. All that pain I kept holding on, I stayed longer than I should have. Then I should have. You walked away on a quiet street, didn't look back, didn't miss a beat. I stood there frozen, couldn't move, like time just stopped when I lost you. So I pour that whiskey, let it be, right where you walked away from me. All this time I couldn't leave, I still wait where you left me. Days go by, but I stay the same. calling out my name. People say I should move on, but they don't know where my heart's gone. So I pour that whiskey, let it burn slow, to a past I can't let go. All them dreams we couldn't keep, I still wait where you left me. No closure came, no words to hold, just empty space turning cold. No end, no stop, no in between, just you gone and me unseen. I tried to run, I tried to hide, but every road leads back inside, to that moment I can't undo. The last time I stood with you, so I pour that whiskey one last time, to a love that froze in time. All that truth I still believe, I still wait where you left me. Yeah, I still wait where you left me. You used to fight for every word, now you barely said a thing I heard. I thought the silence meant we were fine, didn't see you leaving in your mind. So I pour that whiskey, let it sit, trying to piece together all of this. All that love I thought we had, you stopped trying, I couldn't tell. You stopped calling just to say my name. Stop caring I stayed the same. I kept living like nothing changed, while you were slowly walking away. So I poured that whiskey, let it burn slow, to a truth I didn't want to know. Oh, them signs I never noticed. You stopped trying, I didn't notice. No sudden break, no final scene, just distance growing in between. No loud goodbye, no clear regret, just things I wish I didn't miss. Now I see it all too late. Every moment I misread. You were gone before you left, and I was holding what was dead. So I poured that whiskey one last round, let the truth finally settle down. All that love we couldn't fix, you stopped trying, and I just missed it. Yeah, you stopped trying, and I didn't notice. Gave her pieces I couldn't spare, every truth I was scared to share. You held my heart like it was safe, didn't know it would slip away. So I poured that whiskey, let it bleed through every part you took from me. All that love you never could see, I gave you everything that broke me. I stayed up nights just to hold you down, to drown. You took my life, I called it love. Didn't see what it was made of. So I poured that whiskey, let it burn slow, to a truth I didn't want to know. All them scars you left in me, I gave you everything that broke me. No balance left, no soul to save, just a man standing in his own mistakes. No blame to throw, no words to fight, just emptiness I hold tonight. No, I don't know who I became, somewhere lost in your name. I gave so much, I disappeared, left with silence and all this fear. So I pour that whiskey one last time, to a love that cost me mine. All that pain you'll never see, I gave you everything that broke me. Yeah. I gave you everything, and it broke me. I gave you trust like it was gold. You spent it fast, left me cold. I thought love meant staying through, didn't know what it could do. So I pour that whiskey, let it sting, for every broken little thing. All them truths I never knew, I learned love the hard way with you. You said forever like a line, something sweet to pass the time. I held on to every word, even when they started to blur. So I poured that whiskey, let it burn slow, to a truth I didn't want to know. All them nights I pushed it through, I learned love the hard way with you. No teacher, no warning sign, just a hard walking, a broken line. No second chance, no softer view, just scars that spell the truth. Now I don't fall the way I did, I keep my distance, guarding it. Every touch I measure twice, 'cause love ain't always kind. So I pour that whiskey one last time, to the lesson that cost me mine. All that pain that pulled me through, I learned love the hard way with you. Yeah, I learned love the hard